Hello, namaskar, namaskar, namaskaram, namaskar. My name is Pooja Dwivedi. Welcome to the first class of the Map in News series. In this series, we will cover the worldwide affairs with the help of visualization that is done on maps. Maps tend to be one of the most complex features of the UPSC Prelims examination. But fear no more, I'm here to help you through everything. The PDF will be sent to you on my Telegram channel that goes by the name of Pooja Dwivedi StudyIQ UPSC. So let's begin without any further delay. First question is related to Israel's issue with Palestine. Israel's military has launched air raids on Jenin refugee camp in the northern occupied West Bank, carrying out an ongoing large-scale attack that has involved many ammunition. So the first question is, consider the following statements. Jenin is to the north of the Dead Sea. Tel Aviv is to the north of the Gaza Strip. The Gaza Strip borders the Mediterranean Sea and Egypt. So we have to see how many statements given above is or are correct. So these kind of places that are in the news, we will cover it on the similar pattern of the UPSC preliminary examination. So here is the Jenin refugee camp here in the West Bank. Here, as you can see, the West Bank comprises of this region and we have the Dead Sea over here. As you can see, the Dead Sea is one of the most important water bodies of the world. And with respect to that, we see West Bank bordering it to the east. And as we saw that Jenin lies here, which is actually to the north of the Dead Sea. So that makes the first statement to be correct. Then comes the second statement. Tel Aviv is to the north of the Gaza Strip. Here is Gaza Strip, which has a border with the Mediterranean Sea as asked in the question. And through the Sinai Peninsula, it has a border with Egypt. So that makes the third statement to be correct. But let's find out the second one as well. Tel Aviv lies here. And it is to the north of the Gaza Strip. So that makes the first statement to be correct, second to be correct, and third to be correct. So all three will be the correct answer. I hope you understood the pattern. Now, in the rush towards electrification, battery metals such as lithium have become arguably more important. And that takes us to the Lithium Triangle. Lithium Triangle is very much in the news. For a lot of period of time, we see this triangle being mentioned. So we must know how many countries are involved in this Lithium Triangle. So the question says, the Lithium Triangle, often seen in the news, comprises of the countries of Peru, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Bolivia, Peru, Argentina, Peru, Chile, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina. The correct answer to this question will be Bolivia, Argentina and Chile. So option D here is correct. This particular triangle consists of huge lithium reserves. And because they occur in such a manner that these three countries tend to be seen as a triangle. And as you can see, the Atacama Desert is also a part of this particular triangle. So that is why the fourth option will be the correct one. Moving ahead. South Korea's government has recently endorsed the safety of Japanese plans to release the wastewater of the Fukushima nuclear power plant into the sea. Here is the Fukushima Daiichi. And due to the earthquake, it got destroyed. And recently, few years back only, Japan, it petitioned to the International Atomic Energy Agency, please let us release that water into the sea. So it got approved. That is why this question has been asked. The next question that is coming. We have to consider the pairs. We have to match the nuclear power plants around the world with the associated rivers. Generally, the NPPs, nuclear power plants, are associated with the river because they need the help of water. That is why. So, nuclear power plant Fukushima Daiichi, Zaporizhzhia and Balakovo. These are the three nuclear power plants we have to see. Associated rivers. Fukushima has the association of Abukuma River, Zaporizhzhia, Dniester River and Balakovo, Ural River. So we have to see how many pairs given above is or are correct. So here is Fukushima Daiichi in the Fukushima city, and this is the river Abukuma which is associated with it. Okay, so this makes the first pair to be correct. Then comes Zaporizhia. Zaporizhia has been in the news a lot because of the tensions, the invasion of Russia in Ukraine. So here is Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. It is situated near the Dnieper River and not Dniester. So as it was asked, first statement, first pair is correct. Second is incorrect because it should be Dnieper. And then we have Balakovo. Balakovo is a nuclear power plant in Russia and it is situated near the Volga River. Here is the Volga River, not Ural River. Okay. So first is correct, second and third are not. That makes one only to be the correct answer. So you have to keep in mind that prelims doesn't ask us elimination questions now more often. It will rely on questions such as one only, two only. So you have to prepare yourself accordingly. You have to be very sure of what you are marking. Then only you will be able to do the prelims question. Remember that. Moving on to the next part. The Prime Minister of Solomon Islands, they have asked for a review of his nation's security pact with Australia because too much competition is going for the Pacific Island countries. That is why Solomon Islands wants the best of everything. From west to east, arrange the following Pacific Island countries in the correct direction. First is Papua New Guinea. Second is the Solomon Islands. Then we have Fiji and then Vanuatu. Although these countries are small in nature, but recently they have gained a lot of prominence because of their strategic location. Every country such as China, India, USA, UK, Australia wants to have a base in these Pacific Island countries so that if any untoward incident occurs with respect to international relations, it already has its navy situated there. That is why it is happening. Okay, so Solomon, Papua New Guinea, Solomon, Fiji, Vanuatu. Let us see. We have to choose the answer using these particular codes. So here is the map that I have attached of the Pacific Island countries. We can see Papua New Guinea, to which Indian Prime Minister for the first ever time an Indian Prime Minister went to Papua New Guinea. Then to the east of it, we have the Solomon Islands, and this is the island that wants to talk to Australia about a renewed security pact. Then we further move, I think it was asking about Vanuatu, right? Fiji and Vanuatu. So then we further move to the east, we have Vanuatu over here, eastward, and then finally we have Fiji. Okay, and these all are very important Pacific Island countries. If we talk about the 14 Pacific Island countries, these include Fiji, Cook Islands, Kiribati, Marshall Islands, Micronesia, Federated States of Nauru, as well as Palau, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tonga, Tuvalu, Vanuatu. So here is Marshall Islands. Then we have US's Guam as well, Palau here. Then we have Tuvalu, Samoa, and we have more often heard about Tonga as well because of the volcanic eruptions. So that is why you must know about all these. Alright, Papua New Guinea stands first. Then we have the Solomon Islands second. Then we have Vanuatu, and finally we have Fiji. Alright, so Papua New Guinea first. Then we have Solomon Islands, I guess. Let's see. Yes, Solomon Islands. Then we have Vanuatu, and then finally Fiji. 1, 2, 4, 3 will be the correct answer. 1, 2, 4, 3, that is option B, is the correct answer. Vietnam has banned the soon to be released Barbie movie because it has depicted the 9-dash line of the South China Sea, which is pretty not in the favor of the world. Actually, through the 9-dash line map, China is able to claim many islands that should be claimed by other islands also, other countries also. South China Sea is being seen as the backwaters of China because of the claim through the 9-dash line. And within these 9-dash line, there are myriad islands which are disputed. So let us see. How many of the above mentioned islands are claimed by China as a part of the 9-dash line map? Pratas is given, Senkaku is given, Paracel and Spratly. So let us see. This is the 9-dash line map I am talking about. 9-dash line means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 9 dashes through which a line has been made. That is why it is the 9-dash line map. Within it falls the islands of Paracel, Pratas. Here is Senkaku, which is also disputed between China and Japan. Pratas Islands is disputed between China and China. Paracel Islands has the claim of many countries, including many countries which are littoral states of South China Sea. And here is Spratly Islands. We also have the Macclesfield Bank here and the Scarborough Shoal. So all four actually, Pratas, Senkaku, Paracel, Spratly, they lie within the South China Sea's so-called 9-dash line map, although the international bodies have said that there is nothing such as the 9-dash line map that China sees. So all four will be the correct answer. Alright, moving on. Do not worry about the PDF. I will provide you on my Telegram channel, Pooja Dwivedi StudyIQ UPSC. Now, Eric Garcetti has made certain claims that if it is asked by the Indian government, US can help in curbing down the Manipur violence. But Congress says, please, this is an Indian matter. It is not your problem, it is our problem, it is the problem of the union and the state governments. Okay, so you must stay out of this. Consider the following statements. Only one state of Northeast India shares a border with 3 countries. Only 2 states of Northeast India share their border only with Bangladesh. Keywords you have to keep in mind. Where do the words only come into the picture? Here it means only one state of Northeast India shares a border with 3 countries. That means there is only one northeastern state. Only 2 states of Northeast India share their border only with Bangladesh. That means there are only 2 states in Northeast India that share their border completely with Bangladesh only and not any other country. Then Assam shares its borders with all other 6 Northeast Indian states. So what do we have to see? How many statements given above is or are correct? So first statement, let us see. Only one state of Northeast India has a border with all 3 countries or other 3 countries. Here is Arunachal Pradesh sharing its border with Bhutan, then the Tibet region of China. Then from here it shares its borders with Myanmar. So Arunachal Pradesh is such one state. Nagaland shares its borders only with Myanmar. Manipur shares its borders only with Myanmar. Mizoram shares its borders only with Myanmar. With Myanmar and Bangladesh. Then that makes Tripura to be one of the states of northeastern India to have a border only with the country of Bangladesh. So does Meghalaya. Meghalaya also shares its borders only with Bangladesh and no other country. Assam shares its borders with all other 6 northeastern states. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that makes the first statement here only one state we are talking about, Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh. Only 2 states in northeastern India, we are talking about the 2 states which share their border only with Bangladesh. It's Meghalaya and Tripura. Plus, this is plus. And Tripura. And there is Assam that shares its borders with all other 6 northeastern states. So one statement, second statement, third statement. First, second, third. All 3 are correct. So all 3 will be the correct answer. Now, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has gone to Malaysia so that more deepened, enhanced strategic partnership can be developed, because it's a very important neighbor of India, specifically with if we talk about Southeast Asia. That is why we will ask you this question. If a person travels from India to Malaysia using only land routes, then what is the minimum number of international borders they will cross during their entire journey? That means we will cross many international borders when we use the land route to go to Malaysia. So we have to count them precisely. For this, you have to be very well versed with maps, otherwise you won't be able to do it. That is why I'm here to acclimatize you or accustomize you with such questions. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the 4 options that we have. Here is our sweet India, and then there are many countries that share its borders with India, but we have to go to Malaysia, right? So because it is not possible for you to show for me to show you the correct number of international borders, I have another map over here. Supposedly from this map we can just say we use the because we have to go through the minimum number of borders. So we won't go to Bangladesh. We will go to directly Myanmar using the Siliguri corridor. Then once we have reached Myanmar, we can take this particular route. We won't go to these many countries because we have to use the minimum number of borders. So first border we have crossed, the Indian-Myanmar border. So we can write 1 over here. Then from here we go to Thailand. This is the border of Thailand. This is the second international border we are crossing. Okay. And finally, through Thailand, we are going to Malaysia. So this is the third international border that we have crossed. So in total, we will cross 3 international borders. India, Myanmar, Myanmar, Thailand, and Thailand, Malaysia. Alright, so 3 will be the correct answer. These kind of questions can be asked not only with respect to different countries, but also within Indian states. If a person has to move from this state to that state, how many interstate borders they might cross. So you have to be ready with such answers. The third G20 Culture Working Group is taking place in Hampi. That is why the next question has been asked. From north to south, that means from top to bottom, arrange the following UNESCO World Heritage Sites in correct order: Hampi, Mahabalipuram, Chola temples, and Pattadakal. Okay, let us see. We have to choose the correct answer using these following codes. So this is the map that is going to help you through it. So many UNESCO World Heritage Sites, but we have to look towards the south. First we have Pattadakal in Karnataka. Then after that we have Hampi in Karnataka, which was the 14th century capital of the Vijayanagar kingdom. Because it was such an important capital, that is why this question has been asked. So any important capitals also you have to keep in mind. Hampi lies to the south of the Tungabhadra river, and it also has manifested itself as a part of the Ramayana as being the region of Kishkinda. So that is why this question is important for us to know. Then Pattadakal, then Hampi, then we go more south. We will find Mahabalipuram in Tamil Nadu, and finally we will go to the Chola temples. Okay. So Pattadakal, Hampi, Mahabalipuram, and then Chola temples. Let us see. First we have Pattadakal, then Hampi, then Mahabalipuram, and finally Chola temples. 4, 1, sorry, did I write it wrongly? 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3 will be the correct answer. 4, 1, 2, 3, that is option D. It is the correct answer. Let's move forward. This is a preliminary question that was asked by the UPSC back in the year 2020. So first, let's see that what kind of questions you need to be ready with. Siachen Glacier is situated to the east of Aksai Chin, which is the illegally occupied territory of Ladakh by China, east of Leh, north of Gilgit, north of Nubra Valley. So let us see this. This is the map that is going to show you Siachen Glacier. This is Siachen Glacier, and here we have Leh. Okay, and here we have Gilgit. So Leh is there. It's to the east of Leh? No, it is to the north of Leh. So this has to be eliminated. East of Aksai Chin? No, Aksai Chin is actually here. So it is to the west of Aksai Chin. So that is also eliminated. Then we have north of Gilgit? No, here is Gilgit. It is actually lying to the southeast of Gilgit. So that makes the option C to be incorrect. That, by the rule of elimination, will make north of Nubra Valley to be correct. But if you just know that how does it lie with respect to Nubra Valley, which is over here, and here is Siachen Glacier, this will make you understand that particularly option D will be the correct one. Okay, let's move forward and see this practice question that you have to solve and comment the answer in the comment section. Consider the following with respect to Sudan. Sudan has a border with the Red Sea. The White Nile and the Blue Nile meet at the capital of Sudan. So, which of these statements given above is or are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. So, answer this question and I will take the names of those students who are going to answer it correctly in the next class. Thank you so much for watching. Find the PDF on my Telegram channel. If you have any questions, you can talk to me on my Instagram as well. Thank you.